Welcome to Teslabjorn mansion. It is actually a mansion. When you try to Google translate mansion, it means herskapshus in Norwegian. And this style is actually herskapelig style. It's just, I don't know, the way they style the house versus, for example, those houses my neighbors, that's typically called funkis or modern style. So yeah, we are going for the mansion style. So yes, we have come this far now. This is 13th of May 2023. So you see, they managed to set up the house quite quickly. This is the advantage of using a wooden house. So yeah, today we cannot look inside, but you can see it from here. I guess I can walk around a little bit so you can see. But there has been some questions about solar mainly. So yeah, people said, oh no, actually lots of people are bitching in the comment section as if this was their own house I was building for them. That's how it felt like. So when it comes to solar, unfortunately I could not get solar roof. You see there are some regular solar tiles there. So I need to recap because many people, they are just joining the chat without knowing anything about what happened in the past. Actually, many people don't know anything about this house. So I wanted solar roof, not solar panels. Solar roof cost more, but it looks nicer. These ones, by the way, let me zoom in a little bit more to show you that they are the wavy type, right? It actually also comes from ScanMyTesla. ScanMyTesla is the manufacturer, Norwegian manufacturer that also makes these solar roof. But yeah, and also why didn't you get Tesla solar roof? They're not available. Why didn't you get Teslabjorn? They're not available in Norway. So you see that it's quite common. Let's see over there, you see my neighbor? Also very common to have those kind of wavy things there. But the solar roof is smooth and yeah, different look. And it looks nice. That's why I want it, because it looks nice. I don't want it to poke out, to look weird and things like that. So aesthetics is important. You can see now that we're gonna have a nice mansion, a nice looking mansion. I don't want to ruin the look with some regular solar panels. So many people didn't understand that in the beginning. They suggested me, yeah, go for regular solar panels. No, again, I don't want to ruin our house with that look. We just want it to look nice. And I know that the extra cost for it is high. So let me start moving around because you guys have short attention span. So the problem is that the way e-Niro built it is that, and also some people say, yeah, but I mean, if you can take the weight of the snow, why can't they take the extra weight of the solar panel? Because that was the problem. This construction here, the way they build it, this method is ikke bærende. It cannot take the extra weight of it. But the extra weight is actually, I didn't understand all of it, but Selma from ScanMyTesla, she told me that it needs to have some extra lufting, some extra ventilation or something, and also the way e-Niro built the roof here, they just go for the cheapest way. But the way ScanMyTesla requires it, they go for a more expensive but more durable way, and that is required to get the solar panels, and that's why it would be more expensive and it adds some extra weight. I don't know, I don't exactly know everything about all that, but that's why we cannot get solar roof. So remember guys that, okay, if you can take the extra weight of the snow, what about extra weight of the extras, right? You have to imagine that if you have extra weight of the solar roof and whatever, okay, that will be fine, right? Until it snows a lot and then you exceed the maximum. So of course, alone it can take the weight of the snow, probably, but not snow and the extra stuff combined. So yeah, let me show you over here. So they have locked down the house. Yeah, there's Wi-Fi. Can I walk over here? Yeah, the windows are in place. Let me walk a little bit over here. We just shoot this. So you see on this side, actually, yeah, I can also back up and you can see on this side. So yeah, they have, man, yeah, wow, this shitty door. I guess this is what you get. Like I said, e-Niro, they go for the cheapest option. So we just get this type of doors, okay. That sucks. There's a little bit of hole there, but I guess I can just plug it. I can mend it, no problem. Yeah, so here you see the facade. Actually, I should come here in the afternoon because then you see better from this, at least from this angle. So here you also see the roof. Also, in case it's not obvious for you, this side we will not have solar because the other side would be better for solar if we would have it. And then having it on both sides will increase cost a lot. So that's why we're not getting it. So we were only planning on having it on that side. But now we scratched the whole idea because it became too expensive. So the problem is that, like I said, they need to do some extra reinforcement or something, drainage, something on the roof to meet the standard of the roof, solar roof. That costs extra. And then, yeah, why don't you reinforce the roof? Yeah, you can also reinforce the roof. Then suddenly we're talking about 500, 600,000 NOK for this roof. And like I said, because of solar angle, it's best to have it on the other side, not on this side. So we were talking about only 6 to 7 kilowatt. That's it in Norway, yes. And then I haven't done the exact calculation based on all the latest cost, but we are talking about 30 to 40 years of return of investment. It's freaking long, and that's why I figured out scratch it. I might find something else later, but for now, you know, it's not going to be any good. Let me see if I can jump on this. Yeah, let's try. While shooting video with one hand. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so that's it. The solar. I have a lot of stuff to talk about solar. And also some people say, yeah, you know, there's going to be a garage right over there. What about putting solar on the garage? Well, obviously you can see that the roof area on the garage is way smaller than the roof area on the house. So if the house could take 6-7 kilowatt, the roof can only take maybe 3 kilowatt. And then we still need inverter, we need electrician, we need cabling, we need all that stuff. So you can say the add-on, the extras adds up and becomes, and so that will become quite expensive compared to what you can get out of it. So also garage out of the question. And then when it comes to why do you build with wood? Why don't you build in bricks instead or concrete? Well, in Norway, just look around here. It's very common to have wooden houses. This one just happened to be concrete, and a mix of it. But it has something to do with availability of materials. That materials in Norway, we have lots of forest, and also when it comes to I don't remember all of this, but it's really fast to build a house in wood versus concrete. So I read about this, especially in the early settlements in the US, they started building wooden houses because they could set it up really quick compared to brick houses more commonly in Europe. But also wooden house has some good properties when it comes to insulation. And I don't know, it could be cold over here, so that's why wooden house makes perfect sense in Norway. Yeah, so let me see. I have a list of stuff that I email Idehus. See, I have a list here, so I can check now. You guys can just enjoy. You can just enjoy the view. So let me see. Yeah. Also, some people were wondering, hey, why don't you build basement? Actually, some older houses over there, they have basement. This one does not have basement. So when it comes to basement, building a basement is more expensive because you have to dig underground. You have to insulate everything. You have to make sure that there's no moisture coming in, grunnvann, the groundwater. So it has disadvantages. And just building 2 stories like this, we still get plenty of space. So of course we can increase it by getting more space, but we don't really need it. So that's why building basement, I'm fine just like this. And also that means that usually when you have basement, you will have less window space. But here, when you just build it high like this, then you have plenty of window space. You can already see it on the inside there maybe. I don't know if you can see it there. So unfortunately we cannot go inside now. It's been locked down. Yeah. Okay, let me move around here a little bit. So it looks pretty cool. I mean, I still have some ideas. I'm not sure if it's possible. If we walk over here, now we're entering the neighbors. There's going to be one more neighbor in this corner here. eventually. They are not here yet, but one day they will roll up here. They already have some drawings about there's going to be 2 smaller houses here. So then it will be our neighbor. Wow, look at this. Okay, let me show you guys from this angle. Wow, it looks nice. It's freaking huge. I'm looking forward to this. And as you can see, by the way, let me show you guys. Look over there, look at there. Chimney, 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 chimney. Most houses, they have chimneys. Our house will not have a chimney. We managed to, it's actually required by law to have chimney. But then, unless you go for waterborne heater or geothermal heating, then you can remove the chimney. So I need to explain one more time for you guys who don't know. We are going to get, they call it luftvann, waterborne heater. By default, there will be floor heating, PTC, just resistive heater in the floor. That's what e-Niro included. There will be a chimney, a fireplace, takes up space, and in my opinion, it looks a little bit ugly because we never use it. I'm against burning anyway. That's a different story. But yeah, that's it. Resistive heater, and also hot water would just be resistive heater, conventional heating. I went for something called waterborne heater or luftvann. I also consider the ground heating. Yeah, some people, oh, Bjørn, get geothermal. Yes, you can drill down there and suck heat from beneath, but it boils down to cost, so it will cost extra, plus that it could have some complications. The ground will over time cool down. It depends. It depends if there is, maybe here there is a little creek running there, so maybe the water will actually pass through the ground area and then nothing happens, right? But if it's solid there, then the ground could over time cool down to the point where it freezes. So it's actually, it could act like a humongous accumulator in summer if you have, you know, the solfanger. But again, I don't want solfanger, the sun catcher thing, because it will ruin the aesthetics. It's all about the aesthetics here, guys. Remember that. We're gonna make it look nice. This mansion is gonna look nice. I don't want to ruin it with some weird shit here and there. But yeah, so ground heating could be complicated, or it could have complications, I'm not sure, but just the fact that it will cost more kind of tick me off it. But then I can just get a regular heat pump. It's going to be powerful. It's over there on the other side, and that heat pump will actually pump heat for the house. So floor heating, several advantages. If you have the regular resistive heater, if you have carpets, that carpet area will heat up to the point where it could ruin the heater elements because it just accumulates heat. When we have waterborne heater, the water runs through the system. If you have carpets there, no problem. It would just keep it at 30 degrees or whatever, right? It doesn't heat up to 50 degrees. So you cannot ruin the floor by using carpets or whatever you want to put on the floor. So that one, I like it. Plus that I can get rid of the chimney, and the chimney removal plus the PTC heater elements, the default one, was already around 100,000 NOK deduction. And then I have to add heat pump plus all the plumbing, all the floor heating stuff will cost extra, but it makes the house more efficient. And also, hot water will not be heated by regular PTC element. It will be heated by the more efficient heat pump. So actually, these things that I'm going for will trigger some Enova support. I can get payback from the government because the government supports this kind of efficient house. Plus, we have something called Tech 17, which is a building standard we have to follow when we build these houses. They have several rules, actually. This is enforced by law, which is pretty good. In Norway, when you want to build a brand new house, it doesn't apply to old houses. But for new houses, you have to meet some standards when it comes to efficiency, especially insulation. The windows needs to be triple layer glass. The walls need to be thick enough. There needs to be enough insulation so that you don't lose too much heat. But also, we opted for lots of window space. You can see it, which means that the windows, they will insulate slightly less than the walls, but remember, these are still triple layer windows. So actually what e-Niro needed to do, and the architect, is that they had to look at how much window space we have, and they had to calculate the heat loss. And I think they needed to make the walls a little bit thicker so that the total heat loss is still within the specification, right? And also, the Tech 17 house that we build here is already really, really efficient. Some people say, oh, Bjørn, go for passive house. This is very close to passive house already. Plus that we already have the super efficient heat pump system now. So, okay, you can say, let me see, let me highlight this, let me emphasize this. Yes, it's all about the cost. Okay, I don't want to sink 600K in solar, and then the gain might be small, we actually don't know. And then the payback time is really long. I also have to look at cost, because by the end of the day, I'm the one paying for this, not you guys. You're just looking at it and you're like, oh, that would be nice, but I have to pay for this. And I consider that it's not gonna pay off. Since we are also in Norway, we're not in Thailand, the sun is not this strong. If I was in Thailand, I would be melting now around noon over here. But also think about this as a car, right? So by adding floor heating, the heat pump and everything, it's like we implement octavalve here in the house. Okay, it's not the same, but roughly the same. You know, we have heat pump, efficient heat pump system. And also, yeah, I forgot to mention one thing, heat scavenging. Also, Tech 17 standard has some requirements that, because the houses nowadays, they are so airtight compared to the old house I live in from the 50s or 60s, 60-year-old house, right? Those houses, they leak air and heat like a Swiss cheese. These new houses, they build them so airtight that you don't have enough ventilation in the house. So that's why new houses by the Tech 17 standard needs to have a ventilation system. But the ventilation system will potentially dump out hot air and waste energy. So there's actually a loop where it scavenges heat from the air before it dumps it out. So you try to capture most of the heat inside the house already. So you can already have heat scavenging enforced by law in here. But think about this. It's like I'm going for octavalve. I'm going for heat pump in this house to make it more efficient. It's like a Tesla, that you make it more efficient instead of, okay, I could also add solar panels. Yeah, but does it make sense to add solar panel on a car? Well, you will of course get free electricity in that car while you're parked, right? But especially, well, but you say, oh, Bjørn, you can't compare a house versus a car. Solar panel on the car doesn't make any sense. Well, really? Well, okay, well, that was new for me. What's the hype about putting solar panel on the car anyway? Because you want to park the car under shade, especially in Thailand where the sun is strong. But okay, anyway, over here, so it's basically like this. I opted out the solar panel on the roof and I went for more efficient house instead. And this is, I consider this to be the best option. Plus that by getting the solar, by getting the heater in the house, the heat pump, all that, I get governmental support. I think it was 20,000 NOK, around 2,000 euros, 1,500, 2,000 euros. Small cut on the thing, but I still have to invest something like 300,000 extra on this heat pump system. But I consider it to be really good, and that one day when I resell the house, it's going to be better. And I consider that to be the best investment versus having solar. So yeah, I hope I answer most of your questions. And then why, well, let me just walk down here. Why I chose this option, because by the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to live here. I'm the one who's going to pay the bill. And I'm the one who blow the margin, blow the budget already, by adding stuff that additionally didn't want to add, but then I found out that that was a great deal for us. So yeah, lots of explanations. I didn't think I needed to do this, make these explanations, but turns out that many people who watch my videos, they haven't watched previous episodes and they have no idea about how stuff works in Norway. But now you guys know, hopefully. Yeah, let me see, did I forget anything? I explained a lot of stuff. Yeah, the pool will be here. Yeah, again, I can talk so much about the pool. People say, yeah, but you can use the pool to heat up the water. I don't know. We'll see. I have Tibber, so I can use maybe Tibber to see that if we have cheap electricity, I can heat up the pool when it's cheap. And then, okay, but you don't want to have the pool water too hot also. But it takes a lot of energy just to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. The pool will be a great accumulative heat. But you have some ideas, yeah, then you could use the pool water to heat up the house. No, it doesn't work like that, you know. You need maybe not the octavalve, you need a 10 valve system or some shit, because this system here is a closed system. There will be a shed over there with heat pump. Yeah, I go for heat pump also to heat up the pool, not a PDC element. It's slightly more expensive, but more efficient. But if you want to use this heat to heat up the house, you then need to have extra plumbing and extra valves and whatever. So we're not going to overcomplicate things. We just have this system, okay, fine. That system, okay, fine. And by the way, the pool will also, by law, have this lamella cover. We went for a motorized one. It's a white thing that rolls over and protects the pool when it's not in use. For kids, they can actually run, or they can stand on top of that cover. That's how strong it is. And it's for safety, but also for efficiency, because when we don't use the pool, we just roll over it, zoop, and then it insulates. And then when we want to use it, we just stop it. Yeah, so that's it. The pool will be here. And you can say, well, is it necessary? Well, it's our house. We wanted the pool. Yeah, that's why. So wife is a little bit impatient now. Okay, I need to end the video. Yeah, all right. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later. And before, I was dictated by other things. Nowadays, I'm dictated by the baby. So see you guys.